what are your physical limits of how far you can set?
Physical limits, we're comfortable at about 20 metres.
Wow.
We have gone further, but that is us pushing. That's something we don't do often,
Yeah.
because that's when things can get dangerous.
Of course.
But about 20s are.
I would say
comfortable.
20 metres.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, we need to spend time down there. It's not just hit the bottom, come back up.
Mm-hmm.
It's getting there, relaxing again, and then starting to look. The thing about going to 20 metres in a lake is it's very dark, and obviously we're free diving. It's trying to focus at that kind of depth with that little light.
Mm-hmm. So do you
is
have
difficult.
to take torches down with you?
Yeah.
And anything else that kind of helps in that environment?
So this is one that I've taken down many times. It's pretty bad now. Yeah, so this is my diving torch. It's a 2000 lume. It's pretty powerful, and it gets the job done. But you, especially passing thermoclites, you do need the torch.
Yeah, it does get very, very dark down there. Jumping back to the thermoclites, though, it is very, very interesting when we're diving on the temperature change that does happen. It doesn't just stay the same all the way down, and it doesn't just go from the top meter and go to the same temperature all the way down as well. It does slowly bring itself to a much colder temperature.
And it's quite noticeable, isn't it? Once I'm kind of a keen swimmer, and you notice when you kind of go from being horizontal to vertical in the water, it's kind of your feet are almost in a different world.
Yeah. So the way it kind of works is with thermoclites is if you take a body of water, for example, say 20 metres, the first thermoclite might be at 5 metres. The thermoclite is where the light starts to start getting more absorbed by the molecules. So the light tends to fade a lot quicker, and the heat doesn't stay there anymore. But you get multiple thermoclites in a body of water. So as you go down, it gets colder and colder.
So what kind of temperature are we talking about at the bottom then? It must get pretty chilly.
I think it's roughly 5 degrees all year round, down anything below 10 metres, I'm fairly sure.
So your wetsuits then, have you got kind of a pretty thick wetsuit that we can see over here?
Yeah, our wetsuits, we've had to reinvest in new ones because we are water sports instructors. We only had the things that we taught in, which are not designed to keep us warm in that cold water. The ones that we have now are specific to free diving and spearfishing. So on the inside of the suits, they don't actually have a lining. It's just straight neoprene. So you actually have to lube up the suits to be able to get into them. So it doesn't really matter if they're dry at the start. You're still getting into a wet wetsuit. And what they're designed to do is leave as minimal gap between the suit and your skin, so you have very, very little water to heat up with your body heat. So you're not expelling lots of heat and you're keeping warmer for longer.
Brilliant.
They're very toasty.
So now that you've got these then, has kind of this year have you been able to kind of do it round all the way through the calendar?
Yeah, well, we've only just started. We started January, was it?
January this year.
January.
Yeah.
So we started January. We got requests for a hydrofoil, and that had been dropped and quite expensive.
Yeah, I can imagine.
We got it, but it was pretty cold. And then after that, there was after the recent storms, we got asked to retrieve a mooring buoy, and again the water was pretty cold, but I was pretty warm.
Nice.